You and I both know why you clicked on this video. You want to know my juicy little secrets, which are not really going to be secrets anymore now that I'm putting it out on the internet for whoever to see. But here we are, it's what I do, and I choose to do it, and it's also my job. So I asked all of you to ask me questions on my Instagram, and I said, make it spicy. Let's have a fun little Q&A, but not a regular Q&A. This one's gonna be packed. I'm declaring it now. This is a judgment-free zone, so if you're in a judgy mood, I suggest you click off this video. All right, now that it's just us friends here, let's get into it. First things first, I'm in my new car. Haven't gotten it dirty yet. Then again, I've only had it for a week, so that's not really that much of an accomplishment. I'm nice and cozy. I've got on my Uggs and a sweater. We're in the winter spirit, even though it is 84 degrees outside. Perfect winter weather. I'm procrastinating answering these questions. I'm not gonna lie, I took a peek at them earlier, and you guys did not hold back, which I respect, and hopefully you can respect that there's some things that you guys asked that I will not be answering. Some of these are really personal, so I'm gonna preface this video by saying that my entire family watches my videos, grandparents, mom, everyone. So there's gotta be a level of me censoring myself, you know? What made you go from shaving the V to lasering, and how bad does it hurt? Honestly, I just got so tired of having like the little bumps and ingrown hairs, especially because of where I live. I am constantly in a swimsuit, in a bikini. I'm TBD on if I want to do like a full Brazilian laser. The thought of like someone having a laser machine and really scares me, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but I have been getting my bikini done, and they basically do like the top and the sides. To answer your question though, it's not that bad. There's worse. The thing about lasering is that it's painful. Everyone has different pain tolerances. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, and it's a little like uncomfortable. Like I'm not enjoying myself, but I'm not screaming or like, crying. What I explain it to people, like it's like a hot rubber band being snapped against your skin, or like a little hot oil splatter on you, if you know what that feels like. Do you think friends with benefits is ever a good idea? Asking for a friend. I hate to break it to you, babe, but 98%, most of the time, it never ends well. I feel like anytime people try to do friends with benefits and say, oh, there's no strings attached, like we can do this with no strings attached, someone always gets strings. Someone always forms feelings, because that's usually what happens when you're intimate with someone. And I don't know, I feel like you have to ask yourself, is it worth risking the friendship? Is it worth, say if you start to like this person and they don't feel that way back about you, is that worth it to you? Honestly, friends with benefits comes with a lot of emotional trauma sometimes. Everyone's situation is different. Never any judgment coming from me. Do what you want to do, but that's just my 2 cents. Craziest thing you did in your why not era? Well, I had some fun in Miami this summer. I was only there for 2 nights. I made it worth it. That honestly leaves so much to the imagination, which scares me, but I can't go into detail here. Bear with me here. Again, hello family watching this. It's nothing actually that bad, but I feel like something I can talk about I can talk about anything I want on the internet, but sometimes I'm like, ugh, do I want this? I have a digital footprint. Digital footprints exist, and I need to remember that while I'm filming this video. I think something I can share that I think is pretty crazy is that within the 2 months that my why not era existed, I was in this era for like a solid 2 months, and I was going ham with it. I think the most crazy thing I did was just get my first tattoos and not even think about them. I didn't even think twice about them. I didn't think, am I gonna like this in the future? I was like, why not? I like it right in this moment. Who cares if I like it? I got 5 tattoos in the span of like 2 months. I was freshly single. I was like, I'm gonna get tattoos. And for me, it was crazy because I swore I would never get tattoos. I was like, I'm not gonna put a bumper sticker on a Bentley. Well, guess what? I'm not a Bentley. I am a Tesla. There's gotta be over 300 questions asking, who is the mystery man? Who is Shadow Boy? If you're confused, I posted this picture on Instagram, so apparently now his name is Shadow Boy. I think it's hilarious. He thinks it's hilarious too. Nothing quite slides past you guys. You guys scouted that out in a second, and I know you want more information on this new relationship of mine. I talked about it. If you are a podcast listener, The podcast gets to know a little more. I open up definitely a lot more on the podcast for some reason, but I talked about it a little bit on there in one of my recent episodes. I don't really know what there is to say. I've got a man. He's great. He's tall. He's so sweet. Okay, see, I don't know how to talk about this without telling you everything all at once, and I'm not quite ready to do that. I'm in my relationship era. I have a boyfriend, so that's that. I'm still trying to navigate how much I want to share and when, because it's always a scary thing opening up about such a private matter on the internet, and I'm even wary doing this. I actually did get a question. Someone said, how are you not afraid soft launching another relationship after recently ending one? First of all, what I want to say, because I got another question that asked, why jump into another relationship after you just ended one? I want to address this. I did not just get out of a relationship. When I shared on the internet that I was now single and went through a breakup, the breakup had passed for a while. I did not share about the breakup. I did not talk about not being in a relationship anymore until a while after. And so I understand from a viewer standpoint, it's like she just posted a video like 3.5 months ago of going through a breakup. So I get it because it looks like I just went through one, but I didn't share about it until far after because I obviously wasn't going to share about it right away. So I did not just get out of a relationship. I want to say that just to clear things up a little bit and to answer the question of how am I not afraid of soft launching another relationship, I am scared. Who said I'm not? I am, but that's why I'm kind of just taking the slow approach. We'll see. I'm trying, honestly, it really stems down to me trying to not take social media so freaking seriously sometimes, and I need to understand that at the end of the day, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, you know, it's not gonna matter. In the moment, is it a little scary? Yes, but I feel like I'm so used to sharing so many aspects of my life because I have been for I'm about to hit 9 years on YouTube. I've been oversharing on the internet for about 9 years. I've been oversharing on the internet for about 9 years. And I don't know, it honestly kind of just comes second nature to me to want to talk and share things because especially if someone is going to be such a big part in my life, it's pretty, not impossible because a lot of creators do it, but for me, it would be really hard to not share because I want to share, you know, my happiness with you guys and share my life. And if someone's going to be a part of my life, it's really hard not to talk about it and stuff. It's also just hard to navigate because I feel very comfortable sharing things on the internet, and sometimes that does bite me in the butt. You know, I'm still young, going through life. I'm gonna go through changes, as any 20-something-year-old does, and I'm kind of just taking you guys along for it, you know? I'm definitely gonna keep this relationship more on the private side. I keep most of my relationships in my life private. My family relationships, I really never put family in my vlogs that much or like talk about anything. Even like my friends, I, you know, really value privacy in that. And especially in a relationship, a romantic relationship, I value privacy a lot. So we'll see as time goes on what I share, because I definitely want to share with you guys, and I will. But for now, we're sticking with the soft launches, you know, like the shadow pics. We're not like doing the boyfriend tag here, you know? That's that. It kind of popped off there. What keeps you posting aside from money? I'm not gonna lie, this question hurts me a little bit because I hope no one thinks I do what I do because of money. Is the money good? Yes. That's not a secret. It's a known thing. There's a lot of money to be made in the influencer industry, yes. But for me, I have been doing this since I was 13, and I've only been making money from it for about 3 years now. And when I started because it was a passion of mine, a hobby. And so the fact that I've been able to turn it into a career is the biggest blessing of my life. But that's not what keeps me going. What keeps me going is, one, the community that I've cultivated on this channel over the last 9 years. So many of you I've literally grown up with. There's times where I meet you guys in real life and I'll have people say, I've been watching you since I was 16 and I'm now like 21 your age. And it's just crazy. I feel like we really did grow up together. So one, the community keeps me posting. And two, I love what I do. I don't know, I'm just really passionate about creating. And I love connecting with people, and I honestly just love all of it. So that's what keeps me posting. Is the money nice? Yes, of course. And because it's become my job, obviously I want to excel at my job. So part of excelling in the creator industry is posting a lot, posting lots of content. For me, because I started so young and I started it with just the most pure intentions. I didn't even know there was a career to be made out of this. I didn't even know you can make money on the internet. I started with that mindset and I still carry that with me because I never started this for the wrong reasons or to gain a lot of followers. It kind of just happened and I'm really grateful for it. I'm really grateful for you. Know that. Just know that. I know it's not nice to point, but I'm grateful for you. When in a relationship is it appropriate to have sex? This is such a hard question to answer because for everyone it is so different. Everyone's beliefs are different for one. There's people who believe in waiting till marriage. Great. There's people who don't. Great. It's all so personal. And I think if you have to ask yourself, am I ready to do this with this person? And something doesn't feel right, you really have to listen to yourself. I think the most important thing is never let anyone ever pressure you into doing something you don't want to do or you're not ready to do. I don't care who it is. Even if you're in love with this person, if you're not ready to do something, don't do it. I feel like when you're ready, you will know. I don't think there's one right answer for when it's appropriate to do that with someone. I think it is so individual for every person and every relationship. I know you've mentioned a fear of vomit before. Can you talk more about it? Why would I want to talk about it? I have a fear of it. It's called emetophobia, and it is, let me give you the textbook definition. Extreme fear of vomiting. If you suffer with this type of phobia, you are not only repulsed by the idea of vomiting, you fear it. And that's literally what it is. Listen, I will take care of my friends under any circumstance, but when it comes to a friend drank too much, I cannot be by the toilet holding my friend's hair up as they... If I hear someone... No, I can't even talk about it. If I hear someone else about... I'm done. And I'm so scared of it. I am so scared. I'm terrified. It's because I had a traumatic experience when I was young. So that's where it was born, and it's really convenient. It's actually really inconvenient because I also have extreme motion sickness when I'm sometimes riding in the back of a car, like an Uber or whatever. A lot of times I get seasick, and it's really inconvenient because it's just like a double whammy, Who is your new man? Give us all the deets. You already know. I'm not about to name drop. Come on. Long story short, I've known of this man for almost 7 years. I've known who he was, and he's gonna hate me for talking about this. He tried to hit me up when we were both freshmen in high school. We went to different schools, but he slid into my Twitter DMs, and I was like, nar. Clearly it ended up working out because fast forward, here we are. We randomly bumped. I'm gonna save the story for another time, but yeah, basically it's someone who tried to shoot a shot back in the day. I went, bye, absolutely not. And now I'm like, how much money have you made since starting your own business? I'm gonna end I'm gonna end the video on this question because I think the answer is gonna surprise you. $5 million! I'm just kidding. I have not made a single penny. I'm still in the negative, actually. Back during this summer, I officially launched my brand, sold out the first collection. It was great. The second collection has done great. And I think it's a shock to people when they find out that I haven't made money off of starting my business yet. And I didn't start it with that intention. I'm not super shocked at that or disappointed. When you start a business, and I've been learning so much recently, you're usually not going to start profiting until after the year mark. Every business is different, obviously, but typically you're not going to see success right away. For me, after the breakdowns after everyone on the brand side gets their cut from doing their job, I still have to pay my creative assistant, Lizzie, who helps me with Sunglow stuff. She needs to get paid. My management gets a cut. Especially starting a business, there are so many startup costs that I didn't even think about. I had, to register to get a trademark, which was pretty expensive because I had to get Sunglow trademarked, and also just the marketing costs of hiring photographers, hiring models, buying props for these photo shoots, getting snacks and drinks for the people modeling and the photographers for the photo shoot. all of those things add up. And when I saw the profit and loss statement, it was definitely a little bit of a shock. And honestly, it's just been such a good learning experience. I've been learning so much about business things, and it's so cool that I get to learn about it by doing it. And so yeah, I have not paid myself from Sunglow yet. I'm still paying off all of those costs that I just talked about, and I'm really excited to continue it. And there's so many exciting things coming for Sunglow in 2023, which are already being planned. It's kind of crazy. Another thing I didn't realize, when you have a brand, you plan so far in ahead. We are already planning out the fall collection for 2023, which is nuts. So yeah, when I say Sunglow is a passion project, it really is, because I don't make money from it right now, which I'm fine with because I really have been enjoying pouring into it. You know, of course, I want it to be profitable, and I'm hoping that this next year that'll bring that, especially as I, you know, get new strategies to lower marketing costs and whatever. I know and I believe in myself that it will be, but as of right now, zero. Well, like low-key like negative, because I still, you know, whatever. Anyway, there are so many more good questions, so I think what I'm gonna do, I need to start doing this on Instagram again. I used to do like Q&A stories, and I would have you guys ask questions and just answer them on my stories, and I used to do that pretty often. So I'm gonna start doing that again, but I just wanted to do a little silly little Q&A YouTube video, kicking it back old school, and I'm so glad I did. I feel like it's been a while since we've properly caught up and talked. I hope you're doing well. If you stayed to this point in the video, first of all, I love you, because this video is really long. And second of all, comment down below the monkey emoji. Anyway, I just got my nails done, and I feel like a whole brand new bitch, baby. Okay, I love you. Thank you for being you.